All right, it is March 3rd of 2025, and I am officially laid off of my job.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about a lot of people have been laid off from their jobs and they don't know what to do. They're left with nothing. So I'll put these stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my true sense.
All right, it is March 3rd of 2025, and I am officially laid off of my job. I was a project manager for a solar company out in Missouri, working remote, and they let go of the whole department as of today. So this really does suck. Not too sure what to do now other than to update my resume and try to find a job in the area. But yeah, it really does suck. So if you have any tips on resumes, or if anyone is hiring in the San Antonio area or New Braunfels, please let me know. I'll keep y'all updated.
So I got laid off. I found out last week that my role was being eliminated, along with a few others, and it sucked. It sucked. Luckily, I'm blessed to have this be the first time I've ever been laid off, fired, whatever, from a job. The first few days were rough. I know the tech industry can be very volatile and it's ever changing, but that was not my first thought when I got the news. That was not my first thought at all. My first thought was I not valuable enough to keep? Was my role not valuable enough? And the confidence takes a blow. The ego comes in that moment. Logic completely goes out the window. And I know I provided value. And I know in these decisions, that is not the only factor. But that does not make it hurt any less. Over the next few days, I was flooded with texts and DMs, LinkedIn messages from people that I worked with, and just validating the impact that I made on them as people. And if you know me, that's truly what I care about. And this is not going to take that away from me. The impact stays. That does not go away. What's next for me? I don't know. I don't know. If you knew anything about my job and what I did, it was kind of a little bit of everything. I was a senior leader over customer success, support teams, special projects, DEI efforts, and what I am truly passionate about is supporting people in whatever they want to do, whatever that goal is. And over the past few years, that's been supporting creators. And my favorite part of that job was supporting my teams and diverse creators, especially Black women, in their journeys and in their businesses and their careers. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be something there. I'm not sure. But for right now, I'm resting. I am resetting. I'm connecting with people. But we'll see where it goes. But if you made it this far, if you're having a rough start, if you know someone's having a rough start to the year, just know it will be okay. It might not be right now, and that's also fine. Sit in that for a minute. It will make it so much easier when you get to the next step of just sitting and processing this. But you will be okay. Lean into your community, lean into your loved ones. They got you. You got this.
So this is what it looks like to be a nurse practitioner who was laid off her HIV job after working for the same company for almost 7 years. I get to be at home on a Wednesday morning and relaxing because I started working some. I have 2 telehealth jobs that when I work on one day of the week and the other one I pick my own schedule until I figure out a full-time job or my next move. This feels kind of weird. I feel like I don't know what day of the week it is ever now. I guess it's Wednesday. I guess I was laid off almost 2 weeks ago tomorrow, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, I'm excited for what's to come in my nursing career.
Good morning. So I am being laid off in September. It was great of my company, amazing of them to give myself and my colleagues a heads up. So currently I am in the job market, which is tough right now. I have been applying internally with no luck, which is pretty discouraging. However, I know that God is in control and He is so good and provides in my life. I have a super supportive family and a husband that does not want me to worry about this and encourages me every day. So right now I'm just gonna start documenting this process. I try to seize the day and worry about tomorrow. I currently have an interview this morning, so I'm hoping for the best for that. I'm prepped, I'm confident, so I'll come back and let you guys know how it goes. Update, I just completed first round of interviews. I'm very confident. The panel gave me some great questions that I was prepped for. I don't feel like I was stumped in any way. I believe I'm the first interview, so hopefully I set the bar high enough for no competition. Yeah, I feel great. I'm going to continue to keep pushing forward. I'll keep you guys on this journey with me.
I got laid off from my corporate job 2 weeks before Christmas, and ever since I've been exploring my content creator journey, aka being self-employed. I haven't done an update on here, so let's do one. I worked in corporate for like 6 to 7 years, I think. I think what changed my perspective on not wanting to work in corporate America were two things. One was growing up. So I got married and then we started thinking about kids. I started also looking at my friends who were having kids and seeing them struggle with childcare, with the cost of childcare. Number two, I also started becoming disenchanted with corporate America. Mind you, everyone that I worked with, like all the managers that I worked with were amazing and were awesome mentors. I think the issue was the organization itself. I saw a bunch of corporate greed. Like there were so many organizational changes. There were so many people getting laid off during my short time in corporate America, where I just felt like a number. The last part is my personality. I am the type of person that is very creative. I actually took a personality test to figure out which of like the 16 personalities I am. I ended up being the adventurer. Adventurer is pretty much someone that thrives off of creativity. They're more of an introvert and they like to create on their own terms. In my assessment, it says that I will literally struggle in an office environment. I did this as part of like our team exercise that we did at work. Literally had to read out loud that I don't work properly on a 9-to-5 schedule. Last but not least, my social media was taking off. Granted, I have a very small base here. It was growing and I loved it. And I feel like it was my creative outlet that I really needed. And I saw an opportunity in UGC, which is user generated content, which is basically making content for a brand, not to post on your platform, but to post on the brand's platform. I signed a UGC deal with a pharmaceutical company, which I'm really excited about. And it's on a month-to-month basis, which is super exciting because it gives me somewhat of a stability. And that leads me to the downside, which is instability, because being self-employed, you constantly have to look for what's next. It's really scary. But if you're motivated and you're consistent and you keep like kind of hustling, you can do it. A lot of work, it's very stressful. It does lead to financial instability. Also nowhere near making as much as I did in my corporate job, but we will get there eventually. Take this as your sign that there are so many opportunities out there. And I'm not talking about like within the content creation space. I'm talking about like anywhere that you can possibly find. Like if you have a hobby, you can probably profit from that hobby. So hopefully this inspires people to do what they love and hopefully make $1 out of it.
I was just told 30 minutes before my shift ended that I am part of budget cuts and I've been laid off effective June 2nd. Yay! What the fuck? I don't have words. Oh my god. I have like bills to pay. Is this a recession indicator? Oh my god, I cannot, like, this is my way of coping, like laughing and giggling and like making jokes, and I shed some tears and then I laughed a little bit more, and now I'm just kind of like, hey, shut the fuck up. And now, Athena, stop. Anyway, so now I'm just like, I've been reaching out to any and everybody that I could possibly think of, but with how my company works, it's like I'm almost a contractor, and so I get rolled off this project, and I could get rolled on to another project within the month, but with how everything has been going with this company that I work for, it's not looking good. Like, I don't know if getting rolled onto another project within this company would be wise, seeing as how I just got laid off. So I'm trying to like network, which is what I've been doing for the past like few months, especially with like traveling and everything like that. And yeah, so I've got a few possible contacts that I can reach out to. But if you see this video and you watched it until here, you should follow me, because I just got into the Amazon like influencer thing where you can, you know, put your link in your account and link the stuff that you buy for your household and your beauty products, all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna start doing that and try to monetize off of that, and I'm gonna post, and I'm gonna post my content and make my little videos. And if you see this, just follow me, just be a girl's girl, or if you're a man, I post funny stuff, so yeah, that's okay. It's okay, because I feel like everything's gonna work out just fine. I genuinely believe that. Like, I'm not just kind of trying to sell myself a dream. I genuinely believe that everything will be fine. But it will be more than fine. It'll actually be better than it was before. And I have no choice but to believe that. And I'm gonna sit with that for a while. And I'm gonna just work hard. I will start to look into getting a certification, and we'll go from there, and we'll hope for the best and have faith in trusting the process. So if you watched this whole video, thank you for listening, and give me a follow. I'll be posting. I'm consistently posting. I'm not like, you know, inconsistent with my videos. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye.
So I got laid off today. I just got an email from HR. Then I have 2 presentations to do back to back. So one at home remotely, and then I'll go to office, and then I will present there in person to a larger team. So will you be doing the same? So will you present if you get laid off? I mean, will you still keep working? I think I should do it because I agreed to it. So, you know, that's where it is.
Good morning. Today we are starting a new series, unfortunately, called Come With Me as I Navigate Unemployment. Yesterday I was laid off from my job along with my entire team, and I loved this team. I loved everyone on the team. I loved my boss. I loved the hospital that I worked for, so I'm really, really sad about it. But we're gonna spend some time together and we're gonna figure out what our next steps are. So, day 1 of unemployment is that we are going to go meet up with some of my coworkers, now ex-coworkers, and just spend some time together, grieving a little bit and updating our resumes together and helping each other kind of start to look for jobs. I brought the goods, so we're gonna have some mimosas. I just need to stop and get some juice, and we're just gonna spend some time together today. We are all in the same job situation now, and so spending time with people who are in that similar situation will be good for me. So follow along with me over the next, hopefully not that long, and I'll probably laugh at that, but hopefully not that long. And we're going to talk about finances, what our new savings goals are now that I am unemployed, and how we're going to navigate the next steps. We're going to keep a tally of how many jobs I actually apply for and get interviews for or rejections. And maybe you guys can give me some tips and tricks as well on finding a job in this economy. I am not worried about it. It's all going to be okay. My partner has been absolutely amazing. And
So that's the video, guys. I'm just here also to share my 2 cents, like what I think about today's video. Okay, more people are being laid off from their job. It is quite painful, and sometimes even it's a shame. The email hits your inbox or waits a 5 minute Zoom call, your position has been eliminated. So I just want to talk about this because the moment you hear the news, let me take you there. You walk into work, everything feels normal, and then you are called into a room or you get a sudden invite to a quick meeting. Your stomach drops. They say due to restructuring, as part of cost saving measures, your role has been eliminated. Let me be honest. The first feeling is not even sadness, it's a shock. Then comes the confusion, the embarrassment, and finally fear. What will people say? How will I survive? What about rent, kids, bills, my identity? No one teaches you how to grieve a job, but it's a loss not just of income, but of routine, community, and purpose. So let's talk about the real reason behind the massive layoffs. It's rare just because of performance. It's often not about you at all. Here is what they don't tell you. Your company overhired during a boom, and now they're cutting to please shareholders. Artificial intelligences automations are replacing repetitive roles. Management made poor decision, and now the frontline staff pays the price. It's cheaper to outsource your position overseas. Some companies even lay off people just before their salary reviews or bonus to cut costs. And guess what? Many companies use the word restructure to avoid admitting their strategy failed. In some cases, executives still get bonus while thousands lose their jobs. That's the part of the balance, okay? Layoffs don't mean you are not valuable. They just mean you become expensive in a system that is chasing profit, not people. We need to talk about the identity crisis that comes with a job, especially in a world that tells us what do you do means how vulnerable are you. Being laid off makes you question your worthy. Some people spiral into depression, some stay silent pretending like nothing happened, others jump into toxic jobs just to feel useful again. We have to stop linking our dignity into a job title. You are not your role, you are not your company balance sheet, you're a human being with skills and ideas and waiting. Now let's shift from pain to power. So first take a breath. You don't need to bounce back immediately. Process your emotion. It's valid to grieve. Another thing you need to do is to ask yourself few questions. Okay? Even if they don't offer, ask. Okay, negotiate. Another thing is apply for unemployment benefit. This is not a handout, it's your right. Audit your skills. What are you good at or that you get ignored? Freelance or pivoting. Maybe people find that dream careers after layoff, force themselves to reimagine the future. Talk about it. Don't suffer in silence. Your story might help others too. So another thing, you need to update your resume and network, but also don't be afraid to take a break. Rest strategy is okay. So listen, if your position was eliminated, it doesn't mean you are eliminated. It means this chapter ended, but you still author on the next one. Let me take this moment to teach you that your value is not determined by someone's eligible budget. You're allowed to start over. You're allowed to cry, to pause, to pivot, to pivot. This is not the end. This is a transaction. If no one has told you lately, you're capable, you're worthy, and you rise again as you started. So I know a lot of us, like, we always lose hope when we lose a job because we were taught that our job is our identity. Okay, because when people don't see you going to work, like, they'll ask you, why are you not going to work? You'll be like, I was laid off. People will think that you're literally a bad person, but you're not a bad person. Like, you didn't follow, maybe you did something very big, but sometimes it's not even you, it's a company which has not like, which they say they don't have enough money. They're trying to restructure. I know how bad it feels because this job is the one which was helping you to pay all these rents. Okay, rent, and because the rent has gone up, when you lose a job, you're going to lose your roof. And these are just basic needs that you need to have, but it's very hard for you to have it at this time moment. Even people that now they're going to 2 jobs, 3 jobs. This is how the world has become. Like, literally you can actually do nothing. Okay, so it's becoming scary, and people are getting scared too, because how are we going to survive in this type of economy? People are not even managing to pay for their bills. People are being laid off and they can't even eat. People, they have children which are supposed to feed. They have a lot of things. They have dreams, because they thought that if you work hard, you go to school, and you are you come back, yeah, okay, you're going to live a good life. But this is not the good life which people are chasing. Okay, it's really crazy because everyone is frustrated. Not even one person is even smiling in this economy. Like, it's so crazy. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna see you in my next episode. All I can say is bye.